It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.
Hello, my name is Izzy. Halloween is Friday, and I'm so looking forward to it. But this video isn't about Halloween. It's about the day after. That's November 1st. The day that 41 million plus Americans won't be getting their SNAP benefits. Specifically, their food stamps. All because of the government shutdown. Without taking sides or judging, Bruce is going to share his opinion about the whole situation. It's sad for all of us for many reasons. Let's get started, shall we?
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, you see I'm talking about something off topic again that I don't normally talk about. I don't want to make this political because it's not why I'm doing the video. November 1st, they say that the food stamp benefits aren't going to go out this time. And people are in a panic about it. I've seen videos all over the internet, TikTok, YouTube, people saying all kinds of things. And I didn't really think much of it. I'm not on food stamps. I have been through that in my younger years. I had full custody of my kids. I went through a divorce, and I went through a spot where I needed some help, and got some help from the food stamp program for a couple months. So I got back on my feet and got a better job. And in my mind, that's what it's designed for. That's about the only controversial thing I think I'm going to say today. But what happened today? I got up, I come down to the shop and do some work, and I realized I needed some supplies. So I headed up to, I'll just say it, I went to Walmart to get my stuff. And because I was working in the shop, I just had on cruddy clothes, because anything I wear down here usually gets ruined. I didn't think nothing of it. I had an old hoodie on and jeans and this shirt here, which I don't know if you get the reference or not. It's old. I didn't think much of it. I had this hat on. I go into Walmart and walk around getting my stuff. And I'm a little scatterbrained in the morning because I only had one cup of coffee. And first thing I noticed was being followed. I'm like, okay, that's weird. But then I realized how I was dressed. I mean, I had a hoodie on. I had the hood up too. And I'm walking around and I'm going to different aisles because I don't know exactly what I want. Now, I worked for Walmart for a short period of time whenever times were a little bit rough and I needed some money. So I do know how that works. They do target people that look shady. And I realized, oh my God, I look shady. So I just laughed to myself because I know I'm not doing nothing wrong. So I went around. Then I went over to get some groceries because I'm cooking hamburgers later. And I noticed the same person. That's obviously the what do they call, the store detective or whatever. Asset, what do they call it? Asset protection? I think it's asset protection. It's been a while. I'm like, okay, well, that's all right. Because I know I'm not doing nothing wrong. So I'm just like laughing at myself. I go to the self-checkout. And I had a cartload of a whole different bunch of things. And I get up to the self-checkout, which I hate self-checkouts. But there was no cashiers there. But that's a whole other video. And I'm doing my things. And I had gotten poster board. And there's I had 20 pieces of poster board. I had some foam board. And 3 people that work there, cashiers, whatever. It couldn't be cashiers because they sure as hell weren't ringing people up. Are hovering over me while I'm scanning all my products. And I'm like, okay. Well, I paid for everything. I scanned everything. I'm not that kind of guy. I would never do that. But I realized why on the way out. And I got home, and my buddy that used to do asset protection at Walmart, he doesn't work there anymore. I called him up and I told him about it. He says, yeah, he still, I can't say where he works because he's doing the same thing, but for a different chain. So I don't want to bring him into it. But he told me from his experience, he said, all the department stores and corporations are cracking down on people because of the food stamp situation, how people aren't getting their food stamps, and all the videos where people were saying that on November 1st, they're just going to start stealing and mobbing these places and just walking in, taking their food and running out, and they can't stop all of us. It's pretty sad. And I'm like, that's just ridiculous. So I'm like, I want to do this video just to let you know what I think the rest of us that pay for our stuff need to do to prepare. Like they say, Thanksgiving's coming up. That's all they're talking about. I'm getting my Thanksgiving dinner. You're taking food out of my kid's mouth. Well, first of all, plan ahead. You might have to have a cheaper Thanksgiving. It does suck. I know a lot of people that are on the SNAP program, Section 8, whatever. that absolutely need it. One friend, he's disabled. There's no way he can work, and he's on Section 8. He needs the help. And those are the kind of people that should get it. But these other people, it's not one race. In fact, if you do the research, the percentage of white people on SNAP programs is about between 35 and 45% somewhere. I think it said 42. I could be wrong on that. And then a percentage of black people was like 27, and then further for smaller groups. So it's not about anything about race. It's about what the right thing to do is. Like I said, I have been there. I have been going through the couch cushions looking for quarters and change to go to the dollar store to buy food for my kids the night before payday. I've done it. My kids both know that story. They were old enough to know what was going on, so we made a game out of it. But we did what we had to do. I've been through the Christmas where we couldn't afford a Christmas tree, so we pieced one together from an old broken one that somebody gave us, and we made homemade decorations. I mean, it sucks. Sometimes in life you have bad times. Now, I know a lot of people count on these food stamps. Some of these people are making a career out of it. You're not supposed to collect food stamps for 20 years or pass it down generation to generation. It's not supposed to be a lifestyle. With all that said, I'm not getting in a political rant. The only thing I will say about politics is, this government shutdown, and I don't want to make it a political argument. It's hard not to, though. But let's just leave it as what I believe, and this is only my opinion. I think the government is setting this up just to divide us once again. And they want to take all the EBT people. You take away someone's food, of course they're going to get desperate. And there's people out there that are going to get very desperate. Don't fall for it. If you're thinking about running into Walmart and stealing a whole bunch of food and running out the door and you ain't going to get caught, first of all, you probably will get caught because they're amping up their security. They got police on standby now for this kind of stuff. They're ready. And yeah, sure, some of you might get away with it. Some of you might get away. But is it really worth the risk? Because, okay, you're all worried about Thanksgiving. Well, if you get arrested, there goes your Christmas. There goes your Christmas. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, go get a job. I mean, if you're able to, you should. And you could. You could, even if it's part-time, just to make a little extra scratch until they get their food stamp things fixed. When, do what you got to do. But sometimes you got to pull your own weight. Sometimes you got to not get your hair done, not get your nails done, not get my eyelashes. Oh, yes, my eyelashes are just so, no. Sometimes you just got to buckle down and do without so your kids can have stuff or you can have more. Sometimes less is more. My wife, for instance, and I, we both make money. We're good. We're not rich, but we're definitely not poor. But even my wife does her own nails. She gets her hair done from a friend of ours that cuts hair, gives her a good price on that. She's not into the eyelash thing. Things like that are a luxury for people like us. Me, I bite my own fingernails off. I cut my own hair, as it shows. It's just little things. I don't have $1,000 iPhone. I have the cheapest Android I could get that would do what I want it to. And, those are things that you have to give up whenever I knew that was coming. Those are things you have to give up when you don't have the money and suffer for a little bit. And then just do better in life. And then you can have those things later down the line. There's a lot of things I do have today that 20 years ago, I really wished I'd have had them. But I just simply didn't have the money to have it. Case in point, a house. I worked. We got a house. Paid for. Cars. Paid for now. You just have to work hard and wait. You're not going to get everything handed to you. And if you get... It's another problem I have with food stamps. I hate to even say it, but even unemployment, even though you pay into unemployment, if you lose your job, which I hope you don't, but if you do lose your job and you go on unemployment, and I've been on unemployment once or twice in my lifetime too, did you ever notice right before you go back to work, you're just like, I don't want to leave the house, because you get lazy staying home. It's completely normal psychology. You don't want to go back. You just had a taste of being on vacation, getting paid for it. It's nice while it lasts. But guess what? You got to go back. That's what I'm saying about food stamps. Going to have to work a little bit or tighten up. Do without getting those nails done. Do without buying that new car. Do without buying the name brand shirts and designer clothes and stuff. So you don't have to look fresh all the time. Look at me. I don't look fresh all the time. Fresh. I don't look good all the time. I mean, these are my work clothes. Ratty old clothes. I went to Walmart. I don't care. So, yeah, guys, I just want to give you some advice. And people, honest people, have Here's another thing the corporations are doing that I've learned. They are not ordering as much food in the near future because of the EBT thing. They count on the EBT, from what my friend told me, and this is just what he told me, he works there. About 30% of the income for Walmart comes from EBT all over the United States. And they're going to lose a lot of that because there's no EBT. Not to mention they are afraid that people are going to come in and mob them and steal from them. I live in a nice area. I don't think much is going to happen here. But you never know. You never know. I mean, someone just broke into my car the other night and took all my change out of my cup holder. I don't know why, but they did. They left my phone there, but they took all my change out of my cup holder. It just surprised me. I'm like, here, take it. I give it to you. But I think something is going to happen over next month. And
Looks like there's a storm coming. I hope you're ready for it.
you know, different areas, you know what kind of an area you live in. Everybody knows what kind of an area they live in. They're all different. Mine's okay. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. But what I do think is if Walmart and other grocery stores cut down on their food supply, might cause a panic that way too. So, and I hate to be a conspiracy theorist because I'm really not, but I think right now is the time to go out and get all the groceries you can before the shit hits the fan on the 1st. Get them, stock them up, buy your Thanksgiving turkey now. They come frozen anyway. Throw it in your freezer. That's what I did. And just my opinion. Like I said, I don't know anything, but just I got a feeling. And I hope it gets resolved quickly. I hope people keep a cool mind. I hope people don't go doing stupid shit like stealing. Because you got a high chance of just getting arrested and then you're really screwed. It's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. So just buckle down, tighten up, and get through this next month. And they said, I believe they said whenever the government's back in and everything that you will get reimbursed for the months you didn't get, I think. Don't mark my words on that. I'm not an expert. But I'm pretty sure I did hear about that. It's so hard to tell what's real and what's not when you're watching YouTube videos or hearing it from the news, or you just don't know. I mean, even the AI stuff. It's don't get me started on the AI stuff. Yeah, I know I use AI in my videos, but at least you know it's AI. This background behind me is obviously AI. The intro and outro are AI. You know why I use it? Because it dresses up my videos a little bit. It makes them a little better because sometimes you don't want to see the back of my shop. You know, make it a little bit interesting, but it's obvious it's AI. These other people, sometimes you got to take a 3rd, 4th, 5th look. This Sora 2 just came out, Sora 2 Pro. Wow. Some of the videos they're cranking out, they look 100% real. So just don't fall for it. Be good. Hope you get through this next month okay. I'm back into Halloween stuff now, so I got a couple more days. Thanks for tuning in. Give me a like and share down there. Comment if you want. Keep it nice. I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's just my opinion. I'm trying to get you guys to wake up and look out for yourself. So go get your groceries now. If you're unfortunate enough to be losing your food stamps, buckle down. You'll get through it. That's all I can say. Don't go doing anything stupid like stealing. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm telling you. All right, guys. Once again, thanks. Bye.
It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.